Farming. Do you want to know how to start your first farm in Hytale? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. When you first start in the world of August, you're going to want two things, sticks and plant fibers. Bushes will drop both plant fibers and sticks, so I recommend just chopping down as many bushes as you can. Try to get a handful of plant fibers and sticks, about 25 at least. If you come across any wild berries, make sure to grab them as well, as they can be used for health regeneration. Once you've grabbed all the plant fibers and sticks you need, make sure to find some stone rubble that looks just like this. At first you want to grab at least 4 of them. This can be used to craft your first set of tools, a crude pickaxe and a crude hatchet. Now once you've done that, go ahead and use your hatchet to chop down some trees. You're going to want at least 50 logs, but it's really easy. You're also going to notice you're picking up a lot of tree sap. Make sure to hold on to that, as it can be used for crafting torches. So once you've got your logs, you're going to want to go ahead and find some stone blocks and then break those bad boys down with your pickaxe. I would say you want at least 10 of them so you can craft your first set of work tools. Now once you've got 10 blocks, just press tab to open your inventory and craft your first workbench. You can place your workbench down with the right click and then go into it, and now you get to craft more complicated recipes. Go over to the third tab over here and then craft a furnace. Similarly to Minecraft, this will let you smelt stuff like iron ores. Once you've crafted it, you can place it down with the right click and then go back into the workbench and now craft a farmer's workbench. This is the key item you need to enable farming. Place that down as well, and then you can take the first step needed to start farming, which is go into the farmer's workbench and craft a hoe. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and find the plot of land you want to start your farm on. But of course now we're going to need some seeds to plant, so there's 2 main ways we can do that. Either by finding chests or getting something called the essence of life. Either way, you need to head down to the caves to get some iron ore, so I recommend stocking up on some more stone rubble to be better prepared. Stone rubble can be found in rocky areas such as this one, and I really suggest just picking up as much of these as possible, as they're used to craft some fundamental items such as weapons. Once you've picked up some rubble, you can now craft some really cool stuff such as your first sword, your first bow, a set of torches using the tree sap from earlier, and a set of arrows for the bow. I also suggest moving your torches into this slot compartment in the inventory. This allows you to equip it in your other hand while you leave your primary hand for the sword fighting. At this point you're ready to venture out pretty much. You can always stock up on wild berries for health regen, but you're going to be looking for structures such as this one. They're usually guarded by weak enemies, so you can just clear them out using the tools you've made so far. Now once you've cleared all the enemies out, you're going to want to look for chests or caves. In this instance there weren't any chests, but that's okay, we found a cave, so you can just venture down below to find some iron ore. So when you come across these structures, try to find chests above ground, but if they're not there, go ahead and look for a cave system nearby to see if there's valuables there. Here I found a skeleton guarding a chest, so I'm going to go ahead and kill him and then stock up on some wild berries. And as you can see, now that I go to the chest, I found a carrot seed bag. Now these chests can contain all sorts of valuables, but most importantly you can find a variety of seeds. When you find these chests, also keep an eye out, because there may be a more valuable gold chest tucked away somewhere, but they're usually hidden. These gold chests contain more valuable loot. In this case we got some gold ore, but the main thing you're looking for is the essence of life and some seeds. Alongside the silver and gold chests, you may come across this wooden chest, which typically has worse loot, but in this case it had some essence of life. Now other than finding the seeds, another important step is finding some iron ore, which looks like this and glows in the dark, so it's quite easy to find. And you want to get at least 4 iron ores so you can make a watering can and some shears. Now once you have finished obtaining some seeds and some iron ore, go back above ground and use your furnace. You want to put your iron ore into the input slot. Then at this stage you're going to want to choose what fuel you want to use for your furnace. You can either choose logs or charcoal. In this case I'm just going to use logs, so throw that into the fuel slot and turn on the furnace. And while I'm using logs as fuel, notice that I'm also getting charcoal in the output, which is a good way of getting some extra fuel. But anyway, once you've got your 3 iron ingots, you want to bring that over to the farmer's workbench and then craft your first watering can. Notice that it says that it helps crops grow 2.5 times faster, which is a huge benefit. You should also go ahead and craft some shears. Now at this stage, if you were lucky to find some seeds in a cave, just fill up the watering can with a nearby water source and start planting those seeds straight away. you're good to go. If you haven't found any seeds yet, don't worry. But if you have, you're better off watering them straight away so your seeds can get a head start with that 2.5x boost. Regardless of whether you have seeds or not though, you want to go out exploring with your shears and find plants like wheat and pumpkins. And when you use your shears on these plants, they'll drop the seeds themselves, which is obviously really valuable, and at the same time give you essence of life, which is really important for farming. Once you have got enough essence of life, there are a few things you can do. The first thing is upgrade your farmer's workbench, which, as you can see, require these ingredients. And once you do that, it will unlock more seeds available to you. So, for example, if I navigate to the second tab now, you'll see that I can buy carrot seeds and I can buy corn seeds as well, which are both seeds that are unlockable under a tier 2 workbench. You can then upgrade your workbench even more across various tiers once you get the ingredients required. And of course, once you water and plant these seeds, it's just a waiting game until you have a big, beautiful garden. And voila! It's time to reap the fruits of our labor. If this video helped you get set up with farming in Hytale, make sure to give me a like. If you want to be extra nice, make sure to give me a subscribe. Your boy has 4 subscribers at the time I'm dropping this video, so I'm in the trenches, but even so, I've got more Hytale content coming soon and it's going to be unbelievably good. So stay tuned, follow for more, and peace out.